Hey Jeff, glad you can make it. Sorry, I know I said 1800, 6 p.m., but it's been a day. Started out in Decatur, Alabama, picked a load up, hit traffic in Nashville. Lost over 2 hours in Nashville waiting for a wreck to be cleared. Had to go around it, detour it. Got to Scottsville, Kentucky, unloaded, and now I'm in Illinois. Just getting things shut down, getting ready. I ain't gonna be on here too long because, like I said, it's been a long day. Hey Mopar, no, I just got the motel. I was telling Jeff, I don't know if you were on here and saying it or not, but started out in Decatur, Alabama, and picked the load up on my way to Scottsville, Kentucky. I got up to Nashville, and they had the interstate completely shut down. Came to a standstill for almost a couple hours until we got up where they had everybody exiting the interstate, and had to go around the detour. Finally got unloaded and back up this way, and I'm just down the road from the terminal now here in Illinois. Jeff, actually, I didn't run into any ice from Decatur, Alabama, which is right there by Huntsville, Alabama, all the way from Decatur, Alabama, all the way up to Scottsville, Kentucky, which is in the Bowling Green, Kentucky area. And from there to southern Illinois, there wasn't no ice on the roads at all. I can't say not at all. There's a few bridges that might have gotten a little greasy. Yeah, I know. Out west of us, west of Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, and that. I believe even down as far as into Texas, got hit pretty hard. From what I hear, we had another driver that actually got through there after they opened up a couple lanes, but still hadn't got it all cleaned up. There was at least one truck that rolled over and possibly rolled over on top of another vehicle, and it was a multiple fatality. Yeah, I was, with the way the day went, I was keeping an eye on the weather because they were calling for a half an inch of ice through Tennessee there around Nashville, Hopkinsville area and over. But so I was keeping an eye on the weather. Hit that wreck in Nashville that delayed me. Was beat feeting it to Scottsville to get unloaded, and then beat feeding it back to the terminal so I could make it to the terminal without running out of hours. And it completely slipped my mind. I pull into the motel here about 10 minutes ago, and it's like, ooh, crap, it's Thursday. I'd planned on doing a live at 1800. So I'm going to have to start setting a reminder on my phone. Go off about noon Thursday. Hey, you got a live scheduled. Yeah, Jeff, that crash in Texas, I got a notification on it. It was actually, when I got the notification, I guess the crash was still ongoing. They were still piling up. I got one short run to do tomorrow. I'm just 6 miles from the terminal. I'll head back over to the terminal, grab my load. Got to go over to St. Louis, Missouri, unload. Got a noon unload, and then head back here. It's right around 100 mile from here to St. Louis. So 100 mile over, unload, about 100 mile back, something like that. And then I'll be off for 4 days. Got my taxes done, so I'll run the CPA, get those paid for, get those turned in. A lot of people may think 7 yards, that ain't much. Yeah, 7 yards of concrete is quite a bit of concrete. Hey, Warsaw Patriot, glad to see you. Yeah, I'd kind of mentioned about having a live stream at 1800 today, but I've had a heck of a day, and I was just telling the other guys, I just pulled into the motel, and when I was parking, it's like, oh crap, it's Thursday. I'm going to start setting an alarm. Set it go off about noon. Say, hey, it's Thursday. You got a live stream planned. If it's going to be delayed, you better start notifying. Yeah, you get that right, Warsaw. No, with the way things were, my lights were bright enough that he had salt caked on the trailer, so the white trailer and then salt on his license plate. My lights were so bright that it just basically glared off of it, and you couldn't make out anything. Plus, I had salt on my windshield that smeared on my windshield from the road grime and stuff that the camera was trying to see through, that didn't help, but they'll never catch him. Not unless they happen to see him going down the road somewhere and seen the damage on his trailer by chance. But since nobody was hurt and my truck actually had minimal damage on it, they're not going to go. They didn't go out looking for him. Now, if there'd have been injuries or something like that, yeah, they would have chased him down. Hey, John, glad you can make it. Sorry I'm late. Been a heck of a day. But short run tomorrow, and then 4 days off. So I'll work quite a bit on the model. May actually be a couple weeks before I get that nice range video done I got planned. Company turned it in. I'm a company driver, so company turned it into their insurance, and basically all they got to do is they got to replace the hood. The headlight lens is plastic. They got to replace it, and I don't know. They may have to send it in for alignment. But yeah, everybody hopped on today. It's been a long day for me. Started out Decatur, Alabama, Scottsville, Kentucky, unload, and now here in southern Illinois, south central Illinois. Yeah, I caught a little bit of your live stream the other night, John. There, you were doing some airbrush. I was driving, so I really couldn't participate in chat much. But I turned the volume up and listened for as long as I could. Do what? What was she trying to do? Use it like hairspray? A month? I would think that would eat the skin, or at least irritate the skin. I guess I'll get my... I ain't done a video on it yet, but I got me a new holster. I don't know if I brought it with me or left it in the truck. Well, there's the extra he sent me. I ordered one holster. It got messed up, so he redid it, and ended up sending. Oh, sorry about that. Ended up sending me two holsters. Send me the one I ordered, and since it took so long to get here, he sent me a spare. I ordered an outside the waistband. I didn't have a holster for my Glock G2C, so I ordered one from North Coast Tactical. They're the only ones I found that would make a holster for the Glock, a Kydex holster for the Glock G2C. And yes, it is clear. It's safe. Yeah, I like that holster. And that's from North Coast Tactical. Oh no, saw that is a hang on a second. As a Glock, or no, I'm sorry, not. This is a Taurus G2C. Now, this one's a Glock 27. Barracuda tactical mag extender. So it's 12+1 instead of a 9+1. And this is a Glock 19. The only one I don't have with me that I've been carrying with me is my AR. Oh yeah, always nice to have accessories for Glocks. I've never looked at Etsy. Etsy, however you pronounce it. Yeah, I got the Barracuda tactical mag extender on there. I love it. If I get any more mag extenders, that's what it'll be. It'll be the Barracuda. Need to get better sights for it. I still got the factory sights. I'd like to get fiber optic sights for it. Now both my Glocks, I did switch out the trigger in them. They got about a 2.5, 3 pound trigger. I've not seen any Magpul mags for Glocks. I'm sure they're out there. I'm just wondering if they make any mag extenders for the Taurus. Already, I mean, for as compact as it is, it's already 12+1. And it's about the size of my, it's actually smaller than my Glock 27, which is factory 9+1. Granted, the Glock 27 is a 40 cal versus the G2C I got 9mm, but still, factory mag for the G2C is 12+1. Yeah, like I said, being late, the kind of day I had, I figured I'd said I was going to do a live. I better at least hop on here for a little bit. Won't be on here too long. I'll be hitting the sack here before too long. Get up in the morning, grab some grub and some coffee, get that last load knocked out before my 4 days off. If it ain't too bad weather-wise, it's supposed to be kind of chilly around here. If it ain't too bad, may go on a 4-wheeler ride. head down to Walla Walla or Hidalgo Bottom. Do something on my model. If I get lucky, I may get the majority of it done these 4 days. I've heard of Strike Industries, but not seen any of them yet. Yeah, Warsaw, if you want to email that, my email's on my about page. Let's see, I'll now grab the soda. Stick that up there. I got chat got kind of quiet. Let me guess, that girl that used Gorilla Glue as hairspray for her hair, probably a teenager. Oh wow, I didn't know I broke 480. I'll have to look at that. Appreciate that, John. Had a nice little meet and greet yesterday down in Georgia. Just west of Atlanta. I met up with Adventures of Frank and Tina. I appreciate it, Warsaw. I met up with Adventures of Frank and Tina from Adventures of Frank and Tina. They had their grandkids with them. He had just, when I contacted him, I didn't think we'd meet up, but being just such a late notice, and I emailed one of them, said, hey, I'm going to be in your area. I just kind of wanted to get an idea of exactly where they were, so when I was through there again, I'd give a little bit more notice. Well, they emailed me back, asked me where I was, and ended up I was only 2 exits away. So they called me real quick and we set it up, and he had just went on lunch from work. He's owns his own business. He's an electrician, and we'd planned on like 10-15 minutes, and he had to get back to work, and I ended up being there almost 2 hours. Actually, by the time I got there, he beat me there. He was waiting on me. I got there, we kind of chatted around a little bit, and then I went inside Walmart for, I was in Walmart for maybe 5 minutes. Not even, less than 10 minutes, so I'm closer to 5 minutes. When I got back out the truck, I'd been off duty for over 2 hours. Yeah, Adventures of Frank and Tina is a pretty good channel if you like funnies. They got some serious videos on there too. Pretty good videos, but they got a lot of funnies on there too. Yeah, it's kind of like I said, I didn't think I'd be able to meet up with them being such last minute, and I knew I was close. I didn't think I was that close, but absolutely, Warsaw. Lunatic Dad, I will look that up. Yeah, Lunatic Dad, I will look that up tonight. There's a couple trucking channels that I've been subscribed to, and I just quit watching because they're just. I've been out here 22 years, and I've seen some of these guys. Even there's one I was watching that admitted he's a rookie. He's in his first year of driving, and telling guys, you do this, you should do this is how you do this, and he is so far off base it's not even funny. I hate it when rookie drivers that don't know what they're doing try to teach somebody what to do. Oh wow, do you know what part of Illinois? I'm down here in south central Illinois. We're considered central Illinois, but we're the southern edge of central Illinois. I'm down here where 5770 junction at. Never fails. Manuka, oh, that's up north. Not quite Chicago, but that's up north. Can't remember if that's off I-39 or up there off I-57. I want to say it's up. I'm thinking it's off I-57 north of Kankakee. Don't quote me on that though. Yeah, Mopar, I don't plan on being here too long. Like I said, it's been a long day. I'm going to be hopping in the shower and hitting the sack here before too long. Do what? Oh, wait a minute, John. You're up there. You're up there in the frozen tundra. You're our northern neighbor. Still, negative 30. You're not too far outside of Toronto, are you? Really glad you could hop on here, Warsaw. Great seeing you. You take care. I will check out that channel, and I'll check out that email you sent. I was thinking you told me before where you was at, John, and I was thinking it wasn't too far from Toronto, but I couldn't remember. Yeah, Warsaw, if you heard me or not, but yeah, I will. I'll check out Lunatic Dad, and I will definitely check out that email you sent. Guelph, okay. Yeah, you're not too far from Toronto. Back when I drove for Schneider, they got a terminal there in Guelph. Guelph, Aberfoyle. Yeah, I know. You're probably wondering, wait a minute. A boy down from the States, and he pronounces that correctly? Guelph? Yeah, I drove for Schneider. They had a terminal there in Guelph. Picked up water there in Aberfoyle, and those were some heavy loads coming back down to the States. I don't know, does Schneider still have a terminal up there? I know they've really downsized big time. Yeah, I didn't think so. Even some of their bigger terminals they've had have been shut down. See, when I drove for Schneider, of course it was all the same company. The same guy owned it. The same guy got the money for it. The same guy ran it. The same guy made the rules for it. But on paper, they were all completely different companies. You had Schneider National, which was the dry vans, and some of the dedicated accounts were reefers. Then you had Schneider Bulk, which was the tankers. You had Schneider Specialized, which was the flatbed. You had Schneider, I think it was Schneider Logistics, which was the union. So trucking, there's 4 companies right there. On paper, it was 4 different companies. But it was same guy ran it, same guy made the rules for it. They got rid of. I was with them for almost 5 years. They got rid of their logistics. They got rid of the union side first, so there was no more union in Schneider. And then they got rid of Schneider Specialized and didn't have flatbed. And I heard recently they got back, they got a couple more flatbeds again. I think Schneider National is what they had up there in Guelph. It was mainly dry vans. Dry vans, maybe some reefers. I don't know if they had any bulk division up there or not. I think most of the tankers that went into Ontario came out of either Green Bay or Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana was a big tanker division terminal. Yeah, used to love running up there in Canada. Company I'm with now, I've been 7 years. The company before that, I pulled food grade liquid. I was with them for 3.5 years, and that's about all I did. Was the majority, probably 90% of my loads was load in Cincinnati, Ohio, and go up to Canada. There was a Colgate Palmolive. It was a Colgate something plant there in, was it Weston, Ontario? Right over there by Mississauga. We had loads that went to Mississauga. Etobicoke, Brockville. Trying to think of the other town. We went to Pillsbury, Pepsi Pillsbury. We went over there. Shoot, I'd run 81 up into Canada, cross there at Thousand Islands, catch the 401 and go west. Over there closer to the Quebec border, we'd go straight north. I cannot think of the name of the town now, but they get up there, you get some brutal winters up there. They get a lot of snow. But I'll get off this live stream. I'll remember the name of that town. But then we'd also go over to Valleyfield, Quebec. That's the run I liked. Go up to Valleyfield, Quebec, unload, drive up to the north side of Montreal, get washed out, drive down to the south side of Montreal, reload, right back down to Dayton, Ohio. It was 93% loaded miles. Now that's what I'm talking about. I don't like the cold. I hate the cold. Anything below 60 degrees is cold. But if it's going to be cold, the ground needs to be white. Yeah, don't like the cold, but if it's going to be cold, the ground needs to be white. And 2 feet of snow, that's enough. That's enough snow to have some fun in. As long as you're somewhere that they know how to keep the roads cleared off. I really wouldn't want to see 2 feet of snow in Kentucky or Tennessee or something like that. That place would be at a standstill for weeks. Hey John, I'm going to be probably here in a couple weeks, maybe probably 3-4 weeks. I'm going to order me an airbrush. I ordered one already, and it ended up having issues with it. I got reimbursed for it. It never arrived. I got reimbursed for it. So I think I'm going to order another one. If you got any recommendations on not overpriced, fairly decent but not expensive airbrushes, if you would, my email is my about section on my channel. You get time sometime, just shoot me an email real quick. Give me some recommendations for airbrushes. I want something I can use pretty much anything with. Water or oil-based paints, I can use both. Granted, I'll probably start out with acrylic. That way I can just run water through it. Clean it up. Now, John Mopar, you might know, if you're using an airbrush, you're using acrylic paint, and you run water through it when you're done to clean it out, do you need to oil anything on that? It's not going to rust up or anything, is it? Oh, that ain't bad. P-A-A-S-H-C-A-H airbrush. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was wondering if they were made out of stainless or not. Dang. Yeah, I know you said you get what? I think you said you got like 5 airbrushes there, John. And you got a separate use for all of them. They each have their own purpose. I might get to that point one of these days. I don't know. Well, okay. I was off a little bit there. 10 airbrushes, wow. But like I said, you stated each one of them's got its purpose. And I could see having 10. I mean, if you're doing a lot of models, you're really working on them, you don't want to be doing a little bit of painting and then have to take it apart, clean it, change your color of paint, and then do a little bit of that and then have to change again. I don't know that I would ever need 10 of them, but I might end up with 2 or 3. Kind of anxious to get that build I'm doing done. That way I can go over. I want to do a video on basically what have I found that I need to do different. Hey, Big Charlie. I believe that's Terry, isn't it? How you doing, Terry? Now, if I'm just strictly using an airbrush for models, I won't really need a tank. Just that compressor that was about yay big. No, Big Charlie, didn't break the truck, but had a heck of a day. Let me see. Did you post a link there, John? I didn't see one. Yeah, I'm not seeing a link, John. Or did you email it? Okay, so for even just doing model and stuff, you want a small air tank, okay. Now by small air tank, you talking a gallon size air tank or something smaller than that, alright? because I know, like, I had an old air compressor. One of my first air compressors I had was just a small air compressor that, hey Mario, thanks for making it in. I was just talking to these other guys. I'd planned on maybe doing a live at 6 o'clock tonight, but had a heck of a day. Started out in Decatur, Alabama. Headed north, was watching the storm because it was supposed to get real bad. The area I was in, it never did, but I did there was an accident in Nashville that shut the interstate down for 2 hours. Then they exited us all off the interstate. I had to detour around it. Finally got up to Scottsville, Kentucky, unloaded, and I've made it to the terminal in Illinois, southern Illinois, and sitting at the motel. One more run tomorrow and be done. The way the day's been, I just completely forgot about it being Thursday. Yeah, this ice storm that hit over here, it was supposed to hit, I know, like in Missouri, it got hit pretty hard, and I know parts of Texas got hit hard. I went up through Nashville and I-65 up into Kentucky, and they were supposed to have up to a ½ an inch of ice on the roads. I don't know what happened to the storm, if it just petered out, if it went a different direction, a different path, or what, but the roads never did become icy. I did see some ice on the trees. It accumulated, it was starting to build up on my mirrors a little bit, but the roads were fine all the way. The crash we had in Nashville wasn't due to the ice. Just an idiot driver turned a truck over, and from what I hear, he turned it over on a car and killed some people. But that's Nashville for you. That's why we nicknamed it Crashville. You talk, maybe not all, but majority of truckers, you say Crashville, they know what you're talking about. 2K clear tank. What is I'm not sure how you pronounce that, Pasha H? I'm assuming that's a pretty good airbrush. Yeah, Mario, something I showed earlier. I got my Glock G2C. Yes, it's safe. Unloaded. Didn't have a holster for it, so I got a hold of North Coast Tactical. Okay, well, I just showed it there, didn't I? And North Coast Tactical made me this. So now I have a outside the waistband holster for my Taurus G2C. And I sent him a digital copy of my logo. He sent that off to another company to have, I guess, the decal made to put on the holster. And he's used this company before, so they knew what size to make, but for some reason they sent him a huge one that was too big. And since he had to reorder it, he asked me what he wanted to do, and I said, I'd like one that fits. So he goes, okay, I'll reorder it and get it sent to you. But since it took so long, I got that holster about 2 weeks ago. I ordered it, I think, back in March. But since it took so long, without costing any extra, this is the decal that was too big. He put it on an inner waistband holster and basically gave me this one. It's a $60 holster, $60, $65, $70 holster for free. And then he sent his little decal here that's Verelco. I appreciate it, John. I will check that email as soon as I get off here. It's got a one part of the Verelco is a sticky. I can peel off the back for a sticky, so that way I can put this pretty well anywhere I want. But yeah, I'm really stoked to finally have a holster for my G2C. But this ain't my everyday carry. I will carry this in the very, very few places that I do open carry. I like to open carry this one. But my concealed carry is my Glock 27 and a Massaro holster inner waistband. What I like about the Massaro holster, I've had this holster for 2 years and I need to clean it, and I'm just now starting to see some scuff marks on that Kydex. But yeah, the Massaro holster, I mean, you can position it high, low, left, right, however you want, any angle you want. There is no, with it being a Velcro, and it does not pull off. You'd think, yeah, that's not going to hold very well, but I'm just almost on the edge of saying these clips are unbreakable. I've tried, and I can't break them. The Velcro holds good, and like I said, I've had this holster for 2 years, and I use it every day, pretty much every day. I will definitely check that airbrush out, the Pascal H. I'll look online for it first and see what I can find. Then I may look some hobby shops, see if they have them. Hey, Spunky. Yeah, day I've had a little bit late. I ain't gonna be on here too. I don't want to be much over an hour. So like I said, I still gotta get a shower, hit the sack. That way I can do my final run tomorrow. Yeah, any of you, hey Josh, how's it going? It's been a long day for me. I'll probably be doing a review on this holster here in a few weeks. A week or two, I'll probably be doing a review on it. Okay. Alright, Josh. Yeah, I seen Josh the Prepper, and like, I don't remember that one. I think I do remember seeing a notification. I think you subscribed to my channel under that name. Or maybe when you changed your name, it just popped up that... Yeah, the H, I'm assuming you can use acrylic, water-based or oil-based paints in it. Yeah, Big Charlie. I left out. Of course, I'm on a 4 and 4 schedule. 4 days, 4 days on, 4 days off. 4 days on, 4 days off. I left the house Tuesday. Made it down to just east of Atlanta, Georgia, Decatur, Georgia, basically Lithonia, where I unloaded at. Got up Wednesday morning, went on 3 miles from where we unloaded in Lithonia. Unloaded, went over to Decatur, Alabama. Spent last night in Decatur, Alabama. Got up this morning, left Decatur, Alabama. Went up to Scottsville, Kentucky. Unloaded Scottsville, Kentucky, and I'm here in South Central Illinois. I dropped the trailer at the terminal, and since I've only taken a 10-hour break, instead of driving 30 minutes home, 10-hour break, 30 minutes back, I just came to the motel. 6 miles from the terminal. How big of an area can you cover with that, John? Can you cover pretty big? I mean, could you technically paint a car with it? An actual full-size vehicle. Oh, wow. If I get one of those, I may have to strip one of the four-wheelers down, do some painting on the frame. Oh, not a full-size car, just a model body. Okay. I was thinking Mopar was talking about painting a car. Maybe he was talking about a model. Automatics. I was in a Eaton 10-speed until about 3 years ago. About 3 years ago, I was in the first automatic. They started getting automatics, and all the trucks they get now are automatics. And of course, they got the wingman system on them. They got tell you how far you are from somebody in front of you, shows their speed, tells you if you depart your lane, and then the cameras in our trucks do the same thing. If you get too close to somebody, even the trucks without the wingman, the camera will detect if you're too close to somebody, and make a clip. They activated a new feature on these cameras yesterday. So if you take your eyes off the road, like there's been a couple times I've reached down, took a drink of my soda, put the soda back in the cup holder, and I was kind of looking down towards the cup holder there, had my head down like this and just kind of moving my eyes up and seeing the road. As I did it, put my cap back on my 20-ounce soda, and the camera went off because I wasn't looking at the road. It has a retinal scanner in it. It knows when your eyes are not facing forward, and if they leave the road for a certain amount of time, it makes a clip. And then if you get drowsy and you start falling asleep, retinal scanner picks that up, and it'll make a clip and actually yell at you. I actually had mine yell at me Tuesday. I was coming out of the terminal making a left-hand turn. I reached down to adjust my HVAC controls, because the guy that drives the truck, the 4 days I'm off and other guys in this truck, even this weather, I get in the truck and the AC's on full blast. So I reach down and I'm adjusting stuff on it, and the camera yells out, "Distracted, distracted." Yeah, Mopar, if I get that air gun, if I can cover a big enough area on it, I may strip down the four-wheeler and paint the frame on it. I got three four-wheelers, so I can surely play around with one of them. Yeah, big Terry. I think Big Charlie's Model Garage. I think that's Terry. Quote me if I'm wrong. I think it's Terry. Our camera system is the Lytx camera, Lytx, and they got a crap load of features they can activate on it, and all it is Big Brother watching you. They're looking for reasons to fire you. We had a guy the other day that was leaving a truck stop. He was bobtail, and he'd been to this truck stop before. He knew coming in and out of that truck stop, the entrance and the exit, and he knew that you had to come right up to the end of the pavement where the road is. Well, I don't know if I can show this or not. Like, this is the road, the travel lane. You basically had to come right up to it. That way you could see around trees and see if anything's coming. You didn't actually have to enter the roadway, but you had to get right up on it. Well, he came up to it, and he was bobtail. He touched his brakes, and of course, bobtail, they grabbed, and jerked hard enough that it set the camera off. They gave him 8 points because of a near collision. He is livid. He's done been in the terminal manager's office and chewed the terminal manager out. Hey, this is what happened. There was no near collision. I stopped. I pulled up to where I had to pull up to see anything coming and stopped, and the camera went off. He done said if they don't take the points off of him and they're going to charge him with a near collision, next time there ain't going to be there's not going to be any near about it. They're going to charge him with something. It's going to happen. He's like me. You don't accuse me of doing something I didn't, and you don't accuse me of not doing something I did. Because if you do and you stick with it, it's going to happen. Yeah, those lytics, I mean, they can, I don't know how your company is, but if they want, they can make life miserable for you. What kind of truck are you driving, Terry? Does it have our company went with Wingman, that system that tells how far you're following somebody or if you're lane departure or anything like that? Does your truck have that? Yeah, that retinal scanner, like I said, they just activated it yesterday. It's on there. It just, the company decides what they want activated or not. $2017 Peterbilt 579. Yeah, 2017. You probably ain't got that. How's that? All that lane departure warning crap on it. 2017 probably don't have that, does it? I know our 2018s don't have it. The 2019s, some of them do, some of them don't. And then everything 2020 and newer's got it. Oh wow. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that freaking system. It's happened to me once. Luckily, it wasn't major. I was coming off and I was exiting the interstate. I was on the off ramp and it was a pretty tight turn, pretty tight curve on the off ramp. It wasn't ice. Luckily, it was just snow covered, but it wasn't real bad. It was just enough to barely make it slick. I was empty. And it was a tight enough turn that as I was going around it, the system on the front, the sensor on the front of the truck read the guardrail and sensed that I was too close to the guardrail and applied my brakes, and it caused the trailer to skid a little bit. If it would have been a solid sheet of ice, or if it would have been actually slick like ice or whatever and been loaded, I'd have been done. You guys are talking about the tubes for the spray guns, getting them out of the rattle cans. I'm going to have to remember that. I empty out some spray cans. I'm going to have to tear into them, take the tubes out of them, clean them up, and save those. Because I'm sure I'll find out what you're talking about when I get to it. Our corporate safety guy said it'd never do it, but it does it to me at least once a month. I'll be going down the interstate 68 mile an hour at nighttime or at dusk or whatever. Usually night. I guess nighttime's when it's done it. Come up on an overpass that's got street lights, and the underpass is making a shadow. And I've been getting close to the underpass, and the truck just almost come to a stop. And there'd be nothing around me. So they do read what we call ghost shadows and stuff on the roads. And I don't know how it does it, but that system will stop the truck quicker than you can slamming on the brakes. If you didn't have your seatbelt on, it'd dang near throw you through the windshield. But I got 57 minutes on here. Like I said, it's been a heck of a day. I was wanting to be on here at 6, but didn't make it. And then, like I said, I completely forgot about it being Thursday till I got to the motel. But I got to grab a shower, grab me some low signs and bridges, yeah. I need to grab a shower and get me some sack and finish my day tomorrow. So I might do a live my 4 days off. If I do, I'll try to give at least a day's notice. I don't know. I'm going to try to keep it to Thursdays. Hopefully next Thursday I'll remember. Don't forget it. So I think I'm going to hop off here, go hop in the shower. I know Mopar Nuts got some stuff he's wanting to do. I appreciate y'all hopping on. Like I said, my live streams lately have been last notice. I did have this one scheduled, but then I'm 2 hours late. But it means a lot, guys. It means a lot. You're awesome. All of you are awesome. I greatly appreciate it. Well, I'm gonna grab me a shower. You guys have a good rest of the night. Tomorrow's Friday. Weekend's coming, and we'll catch you later on in a couple days or so.